Hi guys, welcome back. George Baltakian here. Today in this video, we'll be covering Proposition 19 on the upcoming California election ballot. So Prop 19 involves property taxes in California. I'll do my best to provide a broad overview, unbiased, presenting both sides of the argument for and against Proposition 19. Voting day is November 3rd, so hopefully this helps you understand it a bit better and come to a voting decision. So here we go. Proposition 19 reforms certain parts of Prop 13 from 1978, which dictate all property tax laws in California. And Prop 19 essentially has two components to it. One affecting adults 55 and up who want to move and keep their property tax basis. And the second component involving inherited property and children who pay property taxes on the properties they inherited from their parents. So for component one, property taxes currently under Prop 13 for adults 55 and up, they're able to move to a new residence of equal or lesser value and keep their old property tax basis, keeping their taxes low. And also they're able to take advantage of this only one time in their lifetime. With Proposition 19, if Prop 19 is enacted, those adults 55 and up could also now move to a home of greater value and still keep their old property tax basis from their original purchase of their original property. Also, those people would be able to take advantage of this tax law 3 times in their lifetime instead of just once, which creates some mobility and flexibility for these elderly people wanting to move. So the second part of Prop 19 involves inherited property. Under our current tax law, when children inherit property from their parents, they are able to keep their low tax basis that their parents were paying on their property. But Prop 19, if enacted, would increase property taxes based on current market value. It would reassess those property taxes on those inherited properties unless that child is living in the property. And even then, it's only based on a value of up to $1 million. An amount over $1 million would be reassessed based on current fair market value, and property taxes would be based on that. So for rental properties or commercial properties that child inherits, the property taxes would increase dramatically. So this would generate tens of millions of dollars in revenue to the state of California, most of which would go to fire protection, firefighters, and some of it to local governments and schools. So supporters of Prop 19 point out that allowing elderly people to move freely and keep their low tax bases opens up the housing supply to new families, creates more flexibility for them, and also the tens of millions it generates in tax revenue would be very helpful to California, especially for fire protection in this time. Opponents to Prop 19 point out that the increases in property taxes to those inherited properties and investment properties would often be transferred to tenants in those properties, right? If they're commercial tenants, they're often small businesses and local businesses, and they would directly be impacted by this and have to pay higher taxes. Also, the 85,000 elderly people moving around each year in California without taking advantage of keeping their old tax basis, they would be able to take advantage multiple times, and that would take away money from those local schools and governments where they're moving to. And lastly, it might create a consolidation of wealth where people who are already wealthy, who are able to now upgrade to a more expensive property and keep their old tax basis and do it multiple times, they would be consolidating their wealth and it would benefit them greatly. So once again, voting yes on Prop 19 allows more freedom and flexibility for elderly people to move and keep their old tax basis, while also increasing property taxes on inherited property. And generating revenue for California. Voting no on Prop 19 keeps the current property tax law as it is. So hopefully this video was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know your opinion on Prop 19 if you have one. And please subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video.